Start with Gary Washburn.
Hey, Brad, it just seemed like your three-point shooting in the second quarter took over, and you guys just could not respond. Why the defensive slippage? You've been stressing these last games. It just seemed like you guys were a step slow.
Yeah, I mean, their size is an issue for us. I mean, their size and length hurt us in our game at our place, and it really hurt us tonight. And we had to overreact some to that and some to their opportunities, and then they got to spraying it around in the second quarter, made some shots. We did not have a good shooting night, and we also had some turnovers that probably didn't give us a chance to cut it back in when we had our chances. But they're a tough matchup for us, and obviously I think that they played really well, and we did not shoot the ball well, and it kind of went from there. But they are a tough matchup for us. Their size and length is an issue.
John Grouse.
Hey, Brad, do you see overhelping as an issue? There seems to be a lot of rotations that were just either late or not there, and maybe two guys going to one guy.
We had to change our coverages in the second half, John. I mean, we were switching. By the time the second half started, we started switching all the Vucevic pick and rolls. And I thought when we were in a more traditional look, we were just late. We just weren't. We didn't get there in time, and then we were scrambling. They hurt us on our late veers. We were not quick enough to read them or to make the coverage. And so the switching actually looked pretty good, but it also forced some more doubling, and it forces you to be in rotations a little bit. But I would say that generally all game we were a little bit late, but they knocked them down, and they deserve credit for that. I think that certainly Vucevic's passing was tremendous. He just didn't force a thing. That's a handful when you have to make a decision on whether or not you're going to give him extra attention on the post. And then his pick and pops, because he mixes in so many roles, that has to be a decision you make too. We were better in the second half with the switching. But in a lot of ways it was too late.
Do you think that this was a game where the missed shots led to defensive lapses?
I don't, John. They're a hard matchup for us. I mean, I just told Billy, it's too bad they haven't been full the whole time, because I like their team, and I like who they have. I like their personnel. I like what they're doing, the way they're moving it. I think that certainly, we were not great, but they had a lot to do with it.
Gary Washburn.
Brad, you guys cut it to 8, and then they go on a 12-0 run in 2.5 minutes. Why the sudden kind of shifts in not only this game, but this season, where you guys seem to play good ball, then suddenly a 3-minute stretch kind of costs you any chance of a rally?
Well, I think there's a lot of things that go into that. A lot of times those rallies fall short, Gary, because you've put in so much effort to get back into it. And our guys did a good job, but they had played, other than Smart, they had played the whole fourth quarter up to that point. And so you saw that a little bit. We weren't getting down the floor with the same pop. We missed some opportunities to cut it inside of 8. And then, they made some big plays, but, those are hard mountains to climb back. You're inevitably, usually, it's like we said in the San Antonio game, it's so unique that last run doesn't come back at you. And, obviously you saw that. We had a couple tough turnovers in that, and a couple of shots that were taken, before everybody else was even in the play. But I think that speaks to the legs that are probably fatigued from the comeback and from the effort that they were putting in to come back.
Matt Vitor.
Brad, there'll be a natural inclination on the outside for people to look at your next 2 games like playoff games because of the implications. Do you treat them that way on the inside too? Is it the same sort of approach on your end as the way people will look at it from the outside?
We try to treat every game. I mean, we prepare the same for every game. We put in everything that we need to do, and We'll have a brief team meeting tomorrow where we're able to talk about Miami and get ready for that game. But obviously, they're important games. They're all important right now. But certainly when you're playing against a team that's as good as they are, and it looks like they're also getting full or close to it, obviously, the team that we're playing, it's just like tonight, right? It's not the 6th or 7th place Miami team. When they're full, they are a monster. And so we'll have our hands full and we'll get ready for them tomorrow. And yes, it is a big game, but they all are right now.
Jay King.
Brad, obviously you tried a bunch of different center options there without Robert Williams. What do you kind of have to manage for however long he's out?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously everybody's just got to play to their strengths. They've got to do what they do best. Sometimes there's easier matchup than others. This was a tough night matchup wise for us. Kind of, again, I've said that. I thought that they put us in a bind in a lot of ways. Vucevic's skill passing and Vucevic's skill shooting. And then I thought Tice's activity was really good. I thought Thaddeus Young did some good things. Markkanen, isn't playing as much at the 5 right now as those other guys, but, they gave us fits. And, but I believe in our guys and, we're just going to have to find the right fit while Robert's out, depending on the matchup.
We'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.